What is something only shorter people know? How terrible concerts can be because you can't see shit. When you're driving and the sun is in your eyes, you put the visor down, and the sun still be in your eyes. At stores, there's an internal debate of which option you choose when an item is on the top shelf. Just leave and don't buy it. Do a quick scan of the aisle to see if someone tall is nearby. Ask an employee for help. See if it's possible for you to jump and grab it without making a scene. Climb onto the bottom shelf and reach the item on the top shelf. Edit, since so many have commented the same thing. Either grab a pair of tongs or a long box and nudge the item towards you so you can grab it or catch it. Never having to worry about legroom. Yes, I can be comfortable on a long-haul flight and navigate the toilets well. Yes, I will buy the discounted theatre seats because that post does not disturb my legs or restrict my view. Yes, my luggage will fit by my feet when I'm riding in your car. That people need to trim their nose hair. That car support pillows hurt your neck instead of supporting and making you comfy. We're very good at navigating a crowd and can be shockingly stealthy. When running or walking, it took 8 steps to match an average height person's 5 steps. The clothing and shoes in the boys section fit fine and are cheaper. Frequently get to be little spoon, and when we are big spoon we are actually the jetpack. Airplane seats really aren't that bad unless your neighbor is really wide. Well, I can tell you something tall people don't know, which is, don't hug short people directly around the neck, go damn it. How difficult it is to find clothing for short legs and a thick waist. How painful a door handle to the tit can be. Belt loops on jeans can and do get caught on any and everything, drawer handles, door locks, you name it. That we fear will be injured more from the airbag deployment during a wreck than from just the wreck itself. Nothing like having to sit inches from the steering wheel. How to handle constantly being disrespected because strangers believe you're too young. All education, skill, and decisions, etc. are automatically questioned, and I'm forced to have to go beyond to prove myself in most situations, especially professionally. I've got stories for days. Edit for context. I'm a 37-year-old, 5 feet 1 inch petite female. Spatulas have more uses in the kitchen than just for cooking. How to move fast, we gotta take 8 steps to keep up with a tall person's footsteps, and how to climb things ridiculously fast. How people's nostrils look from the inside. Where all of the step stools are. How low our calorie intake needs to be to lose weight. We're a lot better at actually checking the bottom shelf of the fridge if we're looking for something. I'm not even that short, but my partner is tall and it's like the bottom shelf doesn't exist to him. That you'll automatically underestimate us and we will use that to our advantage. Creative ways to get things stored just out of arm's reach above your head. Overhead bin storage on a plane is not a concern. Plenty of room under the seat in front of you. Actually more comfy as you've got a place to prop your feet. Short dude here who is very close to his very tall co-workers. Tall people will tease you until you remind them that you're very close to their kneecaps. Also being the go-to person to get things from underneath desks. The bliss of not knowing how dusty the top of the fridge is. 1. When your kids realize they're taller than you. In elementary school. 2. Standing on the subway with someone's arm over your head, and you hope they're wearing deodorant. 3. ETA any extra £5 looks like 20. I find people tend to like manhandling us short people. 1 minute you're on the ground and the next you're lifted for a hug. The pain of sitting standing behind a larger person at a concert, especially if their head is also big. We don't hit our heads unless we are doing something stupid. People catch you when you stage dive. That the difference between being a strong leader and having a Napoleon complex is about 6 inches in height. It's easy to hide in the clothing section. 1. Our height is like the first thing that people insult us about. 2. Shorter people are so much more feisty and intimidating lol. How to rely on other abilities than height. Top-load washing machine are a death trap. Step stools are a necessity in every house. Seat as forward as it can go regardless the size of the car. How to climb shelves in stealth mode lol. Stronger toes. The shame of going swimming with taller friends. We might all have our heads above the water, but I'm either treading for my life to stay above it, or, if I can reach the bottom, I'm being waterboarded when anyone near me splashes or causes a small wave. Hear me out. When people take selfies, they tend to lift their phone above their head and look up to the camera. Those are the best shots, right? Us short people are always looking up to tall folks, so we always look like the best selfie to you. Sleeping comfortably on a couch. Small dogs are medium. Hey friend, I need to borrow your height please. We are good climbers, we need 2-3 steps for each of yours. Women think you're cute, especially if they like you or you're upset about something. I used to hate it, but I've come to love myself, and to be fair, most people don't really care, and if someone doesn't like you for something you can't change, then it's their loss. That short jokes aren't at all funny, but lazy. I'm 4 feet 11 inches. I have fucked up knees because I can't touch the ground in any seat I sit in unless I sit on the very edge. That being short isn't actually a bad thing. Everyone teases me, but I'm perfectly happy with being small. I fit in small places easily. People will call you out for wearing high-heel cowboy boots apparently. 1. Sitting on a bar stool is difficult, especially if they don't have a little step at the bottom. 2. Getting out of trucks, SUVs, minivans is like jumping out of an airplane. Open the door and jump. 3. Pants always need to be hemmed. 4. The whole top shelf of kitchen cupboards is wasted space unless you have a footstool to stand on. 5. You're always picked last when you play basketball. Short people got no reason to live. We live longer and are less prone to heart attacks and strokes. How often people equate height with age. I admit I'm a bit young looking, but that mixed with being short, people assume I'm 10-15 younger than I am. I get plenty of life advice from people my age or younger, because they think I'm like 30, I'm 40. I have gotten marriage advice from people that have been married for 5 years, I've been married 18. I've gotten child advice from parents of 2-year-olds, I have 2 kids, 10 and 3. Everyone acts surprised, like oh I thought you were like 32. I'm also a military vet, but that does blow some minds. Ergonomic chairs can be worse and less ergonomic than standard chairs when you're short. I swear, every time there's a neck rest, it is getting shoved into the back of my head when I lean back, and it's the worst. My phone is never in danger from breaking via being dropped. The distance from my hand to the ground is just not far enough to cause that level of damage. Planes are a comfortable way to travel hundreds, thousands of miles quickly. Which pocket most men carry their wallets? That we are just better at hide and seek. The seat belt slowly cutting into your neck. We climb store shelves. That some clothes stores sell the same items but at different prices depending on adults versus kid size. Coat on adult section €80. Exactly the same coat on kids section €40. Me, buying the kids version stonks. We are less likely to develop cancer, chronic diseases and lower death rates than taller people. Most 3/4 sleeve tops are just long sleeve tops. Most capris are just pants I don't have to hem. Short people have a unique vantage point at concerts. We get to weave through the crowd and find those hidden pockets with great views. It's our superpower. I worked as a mall cop and did the closing. Many of the locks to the parking garage was way high up and I used a crate to reach them. We once got a call from a lady in a wheelchair that needed to get out of one of the locked doors, and I rushed out to help her. Without my crate, I struggled and she asked me if I wanted help. So there I was, a grown-ass woman in uniform, standing on her foot pedals as she elevated the chair so I could reach the lock. What's hiding under tables and other furniture? The thrill of certain roller coasters like Velocicoaster or Pantheon. The value of a good step stool. Fear in a mosh pit. Climbing on counters to reach things should be an Olympic sport faced with tears.